better circle, because if a big stablecoin is losing its peg, like for example on dollars, like if we think about the USDT, the normal people, shops and company can lose their money. And if also the reserves are not safe and well diversified, one big shock can damage the trust in the UAE ecosystem. So if everyone in the ecosystem of UAE about stablecoins depend on one or only or two foreign stablecoins, it can be a problem, no? Also, so I think that the solution is don't let him, but they must follow the rules. And the UAE has already started to setting up like very directional in the stablecoin ecosystem, and they have to show how clearly where the money is backing the coins, and keep it in safe place, and let people also redeem quickly their money if like something strange appear in the market, no? So I think that if we do that, we can be like a UAE grade stablecoin system.
Totally. Dr. Assad, I'm sorry for making you wait. As a blockchain developer and investor since 2013, how do you see the UAE's regulatory frameworks like VARA in Dubai evolving to support homegrown stablecoin projects? And what bold tech-driven experiments could entrepreneurs like yourself pursue to challenge the dominance of USD-pegged giants in the emerging market? Thank you.
So basically, if you want to go back to UAE, if I want to put it in one title, one slogan, I can put it in a way that, oh, it's not slogan, but what I can say, it's from algorithm or from oil to algorithm. And this is where everything has happened. So basically, UAE or United Arab Emirates, what they found as challenging is basically that we have one or two words that start with the letter S, slogan and system. So United Arab Emirates, they believe that we don't want slogans, we don't want bureaucracy, we don't want this department is saying yes and the other one is saying no, we want results. There are results, there are improvements. And they try to get out clarity out of chaos in one way or the other. And thanks to the leadership in Abu Dhabi and thanks to the leadership in Dubai, they could realize and recognize so much early, while everyone else is debating, should we regulate cryptocurrencies? Should we not regulate cryptocurrencies or blockchain? They are already in United Arab Emirates 2 steps ahead. Because what they realized that as oil was the thing back in the 20th century, today technization, digitalization is the oil in the 21st century. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but they succeeded to a high level in creating an environment where they have regulations, framework, and infrastructure.
Absolutely. You know, the best part about living in the UAE is that they are way ahead when it comes to compliances. I think we are, since I live here, I can say that we are the first people to actually say that, you know, we will have an office in the metaverse. We are one of the first guys to actually digitize or, you know, tokenize land deeds. So I love, the way we are going. I would love to know what is Europe's take on this, and how long would it take for you to step up to the UAE's speed?
Yeah, I think we are entering in a kind of stablecoin race, no, as we said before, because like there are a lot of stablecoin linked projects, like in US, Asia, Europe, whenever. But I think the UAE doesn't need to choose a side because of its neutral and also business-friendly position. It can say we host many strong digital currency under one clear rule book. So that means I think that we need to follow like some basic rule for transparency, security, and compliance. And there is also, I think, a lot of space for the private company to innovate in the UAE related like to digital payments, stable coins, and also remit money, and also the connection to the future digital dirhams and the other CBDC. So I think that in UAE we don't have to have only one, but to set up the rails for all the CBDC coming from Europe, from US, from Asia to work here. So if Dubai does this well, it can become for the digital money what Silicon Valley was for the tech startup. So I think that it's very, very important to build this, and this is the very good place to build here. Because like I said before, in Europe there are a lot of, for privacy, about the payments. So it's very complicated also about the regulation to implement or to do some things new. Also for this I moved to Dubai because there is like a very innovative space, and a lot of talents coming from all over the world. So it's very, very innovative culture here in the country.
Okay, so let's also understand from the audience before we begin, how many of us actually own stable coins? Can you raise your hand? Like how many of us actually have some stable coins in our wallet? Okay, so majority of them don't have stable coins in their wallets, which is okay. But though we have a set of questions, let's just actually break free from that. And if you have to tell these people who perhaps don't have stable coins in their wallet, how would you perhaps market stable coins to them?
If you don't have buy stable coins, good, buy Bitcoin. No, I'm just joking. So basically, we are already using stable coins in one way or the other. Now, since long time ago, the cashless society, let's say, term has been introduced in one way or the other to the countries all around the world. Now, if I walk down to the gas station and I'm going to fill up my car with gas, and then how am I going to pay? I'm not going to pay with cash. I'm going to double tap Apple Pay, then I'm going to pay. This is already a tokenization of the dirham that I have or the Saudi riyal I have. The concept is already out there. We are already using it. It's just different, let's say, introduction for the whole thing.
So, I come from India, and India, thanks to UPI, which is Universal Payment Interface, we are mostly a cashless society. And in the UAE, whether I'm buying a Louis Vuitton or I'm buying a Kadak, I'm paying by my card. And I think even with the Kadak shops, the tea stalls, majority of them accept cards. So here we see the mass adoption of the cashless society is coming in. What is the scene in Europe? Because I think last time when I went 2 years ago, it was mainly like the small shops would only accept cash. Has it transformed, or how is it looking right now?
No, like in Europe, we are like still like in an old way. So people and merchants still refuse also to accept, like for example, the payment with the credit cards or with the tap, with Apple Pay, Google Pay, whenever it comes, because basically for the high fee. So the main problem, like I think, is not the people that don't want to use the stablecoin. It's about like a culture things, because people don't want to have like the stablecoin, because stablecoin is related to crypto and crypto is a risk. So people say, okay, I have to, like for example. for example, you lose the credit card, your money are safe. So people don't want to risk for no returns. Instead, for example, if you own Bitcoin, you can earn. If you own Ethereum, you can earn. If you own USDT, you can earn. So I think the main gap also for the merchant doesn't accept stablecoin, like not the stablecoin, but the credit cards in Europe, is because the banks apply still a high fee on also on small purchasing.
So I'm choosing not to go technical. I had a bunch of technical questions, but then when I see that only maybe 6 or 7 of them here own stable coins, then I think we should just have a more generic conversation in terms of so that the others can also understand what we're talking about. Now, how many of you all have heard that Bitcoin is a scam and crypto is a scam? Please raise your hands. I've heard that. The others haven't? Okay, guys, one more time. Can I request everyone's participation here? And I'm going to ask you this question. How many of us have heard in the past that Bitcoin is a scam and crypto is a scam? Please raise your hands. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. So, do you see the narrative change, especially with Donald Trump coming in, especially with countries and companies announcing their digital asset treasury? Do you see the narrative change? Yes or no? Can we just make some noise for people who agree? Say woo. Okay, three, four all for them. The rest are still in the conference and the busy mode. Great. So my question to you here is that since we have the governments launching stable coins or crypto, do you think now is where we will see the actual bull run coming in? Because now the regular citizens of countries will be tapping into stable coins for faster settlement of payment because it's solving such a need.
Oh, that's a very interesting question. So basically, I don't know, can I say this or no, but never trust the big boys. It's basically where everyone gets rug pull in one way or the other. Having so much institutional money, having so much whales money or big money in the market does not mean whatsoever that we are in the bull market. As a matter of fact, me personally, I think that Bitcoin already reached its ATH for this cycle, or if it didn't, and it's gonna go higher, it's not gonna go so much high as some people think. It's gonna go to 200 Gs or 200K or 300K and 400K. And don't forget, whales, institution money, if they want to get in, they have to dump the market in order to buy cheap. This is how smart money is gonna work. It's not gonna buy at the top. You, I, me, everyone else might be the exit liquidity of those whales. So they think differently. Smart money thinks in a different way.
Absolutely. And what do you think? See, because Europe majoritively works on euro. There are a few countries like Switzerland who have a different currency. Do you see in terms of crypto stable coins getting a mass adoption, or will it be slower compared to the US, to the Southeast Asia, and to the Middle East?
Yeah, I think that Europe will be much more slow the adoption because people there is a different tradition in Europe where the families are much more legacy with the banks, so for the family. So if there is still banks rejection for stablecoin for crypto, that always in Europe the newspapers say okay, the Bitcoin is scam, the crypto is scam, it must be very risky. People also follow the advice of their personal banker and everything. So also the adoption will be very slow. Instead, for example, you nominate the Switzerland is very is one of the crypto hub in Europe, for example UA. There is a very good project in Lugano, in a small city in Switzerland, that basically they permit to the citizen to pay all the bills, all the tax, all the government like payments bills.
You can
with
actually buy
the
a McDonald's
stablecoins.
burger with Bitcoin there.
Yes, sure. So it's very like a kind of crypto community, but this is small. For Europe, like it's still like very not prepared for this.
Okay, so here we see that bigger the structure, the more streamlined it is and not willing to take the risk. I want to ask the audience, how many of you all have heard of meme coins? Please raise your hands. Just 5 of them? Meme coins? Nobody else? Okay, one more time. Please participate with us and tell me how many of us have heard of meme coins? Okay, lovely. Now, I personally believe that stable coins is the next meme coins. Okay? And the reason why I have such an audacious statement is because when a government is launching stable coins, we still have someone to hold to. But when various ecosystems are launching stable coins, I personally see a challenge there. I was actually at Future Blockchain Summit doing a fireside chat with the co-founder of USDT, Reeve Collins. And he thinks that more the stable coin comes in, the better it is. But do you agree to that narrative, or you think that it is only government launching stable coins is better than ecosystems launching stable coins?
Well, basically, from the background I come from, I'm a medical doctor, a neurologist or ex-neurologist. So I learned one thing: never say never. So you never know what happens. But when we come and talk about stable coins, at the end of the day, we are talking about issued or government-issued coins. These usually are backed. These are usually like one-to-one ratio. So, for example, if you have one USDT, then most likely we have $1 backing this USDT. Can it be the next meme coins? In terms of volatility, I don't think it can, because we have debugging of stable coins, and it depends, is it really backed by algorithm or backed by real world asset? It's a very branched topic. It can happen. It must not happen all the time. So I guess all what we can do is wait and see.
I really like what Dr. Asad said. Never say never. Spoken like a true seasoned player. Never say never. Let me take your understanding and take on this, that in today's space, when various ecosystems and countries are launching stable coins, uh, which part of Europe do you see being very proactive in crypto, other than Switzerland?
It's very kind of like so tricky question, because they say that Europe is very big community of different countries. So I think that we have like some kind of like, for example, in Estonia, is a very like yes, very good like country, because they start with, for example, with the digital residence program. So they attract a lot of likes of fintech. They are very like quickly, and they set up a very light but safe also environment, also like about the regulation for the new fintechs. So we have like a hub very specialized for like all the crypto, all the blockchain company that coming from Europe. So I think that Estonia, with like the same Switzerland, are like the main countries that leading this race, like in Europe.
Interesting, again, like how I said earlier, that the older or the bigger the country or an organization, the more structured it is, the more difficult it is for them to, get into this space. Um, since we have, I think, 5 more minutes, what is your vision when it comes to stable coins, Doctor? And where do you think in another 5 years are we going to head towards stable coins? Uh, because I personally feel that mostly or largely paper currencies will no longer exist, because how many of us live in Dubai or UAE? Like, we live here, And how many of us actually carry our physical wallets? How many of us carry a physical? You carry a physical wallet? Okay. Do you carry a physical wallet? Okay. Wow. That's a big wallet, by the way. Without money, the dustbin is on the right side. Okay. The, no, I have money, but for my family and friends, no. Okay. So the question here is that do you see that stable coins perhaps will influence us so much that we will no longer carry physical wallets? And I'm saying this because I don't carry a physical wallet. My Emirates ID, my debit card, everything is on my phone.
Okay, let me answer this question with another question. Let's make this more interactive. Let's do that. Who invented Bitcoin?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Well, there are different theories to it. The first theory that I personally believe is that he was a CIA operative, and the common knowledge about him is that he was taught by this gentleman called David Chum. So I have got an opportunity to interview David Chum, and the thing that we understand is that it's a group of people who actually came together and wanted a new world order.
Do you think that, let's say, United States of America and other countries, with all the technology they have in the world, they could not locate Satoshi Nakamoto, whether he's male or female, one guy or multiple guys? Or is it really cryptocurrencies, or let's say Bitcoin, is it a governmental project at the first place that's been revered psychologists to people? So if I want to give something to people, I won't say, okay, hey, there is the Bitcoin, this is a new system, take it or leave it. Nobody's going to do it, nobody's going to take it. But when I do reverse psychology and I give this project to people in another way, where they fight for it, like everyone is fighting for it, so at the end of the day, maybe this is a governmental project. I'm not saying it is, I'm saying maybe, who knows? Yes, exactly. So maybe the whole thing is to prepare society to a new invention, a new finance, a new economy, where there is no cash whatsoever. Because if I was a government, if I was a country, I want to control everything you have, one way or the other. Not in a bad way, not because I'm a bad guy, no. But like this, I'm gonna improve taxation. I'm gonna prevent frauding or fraudsters. It's gonna help me yes, it's going to boost my economy. So at the end of the day, who knows? I think, yes, there is high probability we are going through or to cashless society. It's a matter of time, and let's wait and see.
Would you like to add on to that, or do you have a different take?
I make it that I think that I agree with the doctor, because I think that maybe why not can be like a government project, because then they create a very nice storytelling behind the story like of Bitcoin. And also I think that yes, the people, I think after they know that the stable coins or crypto or whenever we can call it CBDC, Bitcoins, if they start to using on everyday, like I will say that now we are using almost the mobile phone, the smartphone to pay, to tap, to message, to send money, everything. But basically we still run on, for example, on institutional bank system, like it was the IBAN or SWIFT system.